Welcome back to our Seattle Seahawks franchise. It is Week 13, going up against the 5-6 New Orleans Saints. Unstoppable force. I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at that schedule, looking at that record, I think there's not a whole lot going on that's unstoppable there, although Jonathan Taylor reminds me. If I'm not mistaken, this is the team that has Kamara still on it with Jonathan Taylor. If you're going to use these guys properly, I'm not really sure how you stop them, especially if you start throwing to Kamara, but 5-6, I think they haven't figured it out yet. That's just my opinion. Of course, we're the first-ranked offense in the league, and ironically enough, going against Jonathan Taylor, who just had a Player of the Week award win. I say ironically a lot. Maybe coincidentally is more. I don't know. It's not really irony to play a team that's, it's like if I were to say, oh, Jonathan Taylor sucks, and then he, okay, fair enough, but it's not really how it goes. But either way, let's take a look. Enough English lessons, because I clearly need them anyways. This is what the team looks like. Obviously, Greer last week got himself a dev up from a breakout scenario. Obviously, it was a very solid performance. He now has Blitz Radar and a Homer, which, I suppose for now is good enough. No Look Deadeye, I feel like, is kind of busted. Passive with his ability to have perfect accuracy on all crossbody throws up to 20 yards, except on high and low throws. We do that a lot, and he's already pretty good at it, so if he actually got the ability for it, it would just be probably unstoppably good. But a lot of X factors, 3 X factors at the skill positions. Obviously Fant's a superstar, and then Patterson's playing really well. And then defensively, haven't had a dev up for Alexander yet. Linebacker just hasn't really been the lucky position for us, or inside linebacker, I suppose, since Moffman and Wozie are both X factors in fairness. But once again, we're a really good team. We've had a couple of close calls recently enough. Some teams have been actually competing with us more than we've expected, so got to keep our toes up, keep ourselves on our toes. Something to do with toes or foot fetish, whatever. But of course, you can see down the line here. I know it's a little crazy to be thinking early, but Week 16, the Falcons. That is a team that has only lost 1 game so far. Obviously, it could be a completely different story when we get there, but every game counts because we do not even have the conference locked up or even close to locked up at 10-2. Now, I've been getting a couple of questions about our sliders because, we're having some pretty competitive games at times. This is what I've got right now. Of course, I've imported these from the main menu of the game because for some reason it seems like if you just change your sliders in the actual franchise itself, it doesn't really work. I don't know why that's a thing, but these are pretty much what I have. I also tried to, I don't know if it actually imports properly, but I tried to put the punt accuracy on like 80 for the AI because for some reason the AI just shanks punts left and right. So my suggestion is let the AI sim their punts, because otherwise if they're punting at like the 50, you're going to get the ball at like the 24 every time. I don't understand why that's a thing, but you're really just playing against EA at this point. Like they don't do themselves any favors. They really don't. But this is what we're rocking with. 1 on run blocking just seems, I don't know if the sliders just don't work or if my game's busted. I feel like, I've said this a billion times. It's felt like this for many years for me, but the sliders just half the time don't seem to actually work. And with run blocking on 1, while we're still able to get like 4 yards of carry pretty easily, I feel like that kind of proves it a little. No, maybe. But injury report, we're surprisingly still pretty healthy, and the Saints also healthy. Usually we'd have a bunch of long terms by now, but so far, handling it pretty well. Let's take a look at that Saints team, though, which is only 1 away, which is nice to see. Tua, 84 overall with 89 throw power, 91 short, 87 medium. He's very good. That throw power got up there. He is solid. He must be having a good year. Jonathan Taylor and Kamara, like I said. And then they got a young running back who's really solid, too. They've got themselves the backs on lock. Oh, my. Spin move could definitely work for, Jonathan Taylor. Definitely get that up there, but they don't really need it. 96 speed, 95 excel with all those other ratings is insane. Michael Thomas, in this universe, is a 90-plus overall X Factor. Short route goblin. Chris Olave is still here. He's looking pretty good. And why are they not starting Arnaud over Crowder? I'll never know. Tight end, Matt Connor, 6'6", 274 tight end with 86 speed, 86 excel. He has a bright future ahead of him, it seems. Left tackle's all right. Left guard's all right. Center's really not my favorite. Right guard Ruiz is pretty solid, and then Ramczak's obviously like basically impenetrable. A young left end who's got 80+ finesse, not bad. Right end could use some work, but 83 finesse, he's good for now. Hicks, very solid finesse move, 88, especially with teams, interiorly probably focusing on pass blocking power and run block power. He might have a leg up on us. Of course, outside linebacker, I don't think they have the right scheme going here because that's a pass rusher on that left outside spot, and then Pete Warner is decent. Corners are actually pretty solid. I got a lot of 6'1" dudes, and then free safety McKinney, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, he might have came back this week. Is injured, but I think he actually did just come back this week. I looked at it before I simmed just to see what I was getting into. But, of course, unstoppable force. I usually don't get these outside of rebuilds, so I'm not sure what the challenge is going to be here. Coach, your task of facing the Saints and their high-powered offense this week. Where does it start? Here's the thing. We always talk about it like you want to stop the run because that's their like biggest threat, but I think constant pressure is what we can physically get and what is going to be more important. It's like stopping the run. Can you really trust yourself to stop that rushing attack? Probably not. But I think in this game, I think the smartest thing to do would be to defend the short pass because A, that's the way their passing offense is going to work, and B, if you're stopping the short pass, you should be up close to the line of scrimmage, which will also help against the run. And then as far as attacking them goes, I actually do want to run it quite a bit this game because Greer and the offense for passing have gotten the love, and ever since Kenneth Walker's come back, he really hasn't been normal Kenneth Walker, and I want to get him back to normal Kenneth Walker. He showed some bursts and some plays, but we haven't really seen that consistency, and I want to get back to that. And as far as upgrades go, it is just Paul Buckley, he's decent. He does get injured a lot, though, but he's decent, so there's that. I mean, his run block finesse sucks, but everything else is pretty good. We ended up giving Kenneth Walker a 7-year, $98 million contract. As far as Tariq Woolen, looks like we were trying to give him a 5-year deal as well. 5-year 95? Really? Okay, I mean, he is worth that 100 easily anyways, but I thought we were going to knock out both contracts there. But yeah, looking at the playoff picture real quick as well, we're actually the third team in the NFC. So you have the Falcons at 1 and the Cowboys at 2, which would have us facing off against the Buccaneers, which isn't super preferable. You'd rather have that 2 seed at least. But right now, the NFC not looking super strong, though. I suppose if you look at the AFC, not super strong either. Obviously, a lot of things have changed since the start, but the Jets, the Texans, the Raiders, and the Steelers, and the Broncos are the 1. I mean, some interesting names here so far. Caesars Superdome. Is that like the Vegas Caesars? Is that the pizza? There's not a whole lot of little going on there, but Greer obviously having some really good games here over this last stretch. That touchdown to pick ratio wasn't super great, but now 26 touchdowns to 12 interceptions doesn't look nearly as bad, and obviously he's the league leader in passing yards at the moment. Of course, looking at this defense, it actually is smart in general for us to be focusing on running the ball because those corners, the DBs, they're no joke. They have some talent there. Definitely some talent there. Lattimore himself should be able to do well with whoever he's covering. Will he travel is the question, as they probably need him to. DK Metcalf will take the top off the very best of the league, and if you don't put the very best on the league, it just makes it that much easier. Of course, Jonathan Taylor talking about a guy that we are going to struggle to stop. Didn't actually focus on stopping the run, but once again, playing the short pass game should help with getting to the running back quickly, as long as we react to it quick enough. And of course, looking at the offense, completion percentage has been up over the last recent games, and obviously the yards per carry with Kenneth Walker coming back has slightly increased as well. Hoping to get back into that and get that number even higher as Kenneth gets further and further away from that injury that he had. Michael Dixon kicking this one deep. Will they have a chance to return it? They would if they wanted to. Crowder on the return will not take it back. Kind of seems like Crowder's back there just to secure the ball more than actually make a crazy return happen. But Tua, we know that his ratings are decent. We know that he has a pretty good team around him, but how is he actually playing? Touchdowns are super low. Yards aren't the greatest, but not turning the ball over, which, maybe that's exactly the way they want to play this offense, is just limit the turnovers, slowly wear down your defense with those 2 running backs, and then just, get first downs with the solid catching of these wide receivers. And their tight end is wearing 48, which makes me throw up. That alone might be enough for them to win this game. We have no rush at all. Red finally getting there on the run. What a perfect throw. Brooks in pretty good coverage. You got to admit it. Fumble off the fight. What's going on? Holy, to the 45. Is that ball actually out? There's an injury now to the, looks like right tackle, which would be massive. What's even happening? Was that ball actually out? That is a huge injury, and it's actually to their left guard, not their right tackle, which isn't as big, but it's still big, and that will be a legit fumble. Super close to being on the ground before losing it, but not quite, and we will have the ball at the 45 after what seemed like a really good play for them, and Kenneth Walker's not really going to do much with it as that throw was awful. I mean, all you had to do is just throw it to him. Get it to your man, and you're looking good, but whatever they say, man. And here goes Kenneth trying to cut it back so fast. Turns that into a 4-yard gainer. Also not quite sure why Young was in last play. And there goes Fant, who's pretty open, going against Tyrann Mathieu, getting beat for 20+. Yeah, I mean, if Tyrann Mathieu can't cover Noah Fant, like, I get the size difference, but, like, I just don't know who can. And Kenneth trying to find his way, gets about 7, looking really good so far. Block's not terrible either, obviously. Once again, I'm not sure why Young is in. Metcalf to the corner. And that's a tough throw, and he holds on. I maybe can see why he's in. What a catch. Touchdown. Is that the first touchdown of his career? Well, that was definitely an interesting start, to say the least. They looked great on that first play all the time in the world to throw, and they made it happen. And then Olave just had a really boneheaded play. And here he goes on the run again. Oh, we just overran that. Good tackle by Alexander, but gets him to the 50. 2 for 2 for 48 yards, but obviously with that turnover, it shows a completely different story. Woolen going against Thomas. Might actually have him travel a little bit in this one. Especially with the size, you know, won't really be a matchup win for them if we have that. And Taylor gets shot to the knees there. Huge hit by Brooks, who, I mean, even on the play where he got beat, Olave, I mean, he really didn't have much separation on him. Brooks was in really good coverage considering the matchup. Not a good one for us, and there's a nice couple of blocks. Taylor fighting hard. Surprisingly, actually stood up by Woolen. I mean, Woolen doesn't really have that size on him. He's the height, but the weight is not even close. When you're considering, you know, the compactness, and Brooks having himself a day so far against Olave. Once again, he got beat by Olave, but that was like 7 seconds after the snap. Should never even game that close at all. And if you wanted an example of the punting, that was a 15-yard punt. I just completely forgot about it for some reason. And this play does not look great, but we're going to try it anyways because Patterson could get deep. And I was going to actually take it because he's 6'3", but we are going to take the sack. Should have just dumped it off. That was a really bad decision. I just really wanted to go for it all on that first throw because who would have expected it, but just never got open. And under pressure, overthrown. Just didn't have the time. That was a really good call by them because, once again, speaking of not expecting it, 2nd and 18, you kind of expect them to play it safe, get to 3rd and like 9 or something, and then play the D, but they didn't. That was a really good decision. And I maybe had Patterson, but the pressure it just got there again. 4th and 10 punt. Damn, RAI punter went off. Dixon went off in the sim there as he got us to the 20. And here goes Northcott chasing down the quarterback, throwing the run, won't get it there this time. Tua's been pretty good off script and just on the run in general, and finally that time it didn't work. Of course, talking about Kamara being a receiver for them because Taylor's in the backfield. Not a bad decision, but it could just be a fake out. No, they will actually throw it, and that's a deep, and they will go to Taylor. And nice teamwork there, making it a 3rd and 3. They're moving players around. It's not been super easy here. No Taylor in this time, and it is... I mean, it's not our fault because we're actually supposed to be blitzing there, but we kind of just moved right out of the way, and Kamara right off the line just burning. Yeah, now Kamara's in the backfield. They're doing a good job so far moving these two talents around. Not easy keeping up with them, and there goes Red. Red takes him down for the sack. This time, Tua won't get away. All right, let's go with Mafe because he should have a pretty big day today, and he will burn off the line, but so will Kamara, who gets popped by Adams. Tua trying to get him killed. Of course, Kamara took the hit. He stood in tough. And there's not a whole lot going on that other side. I'm going to bring the house. And he's in some trouble. He will just dump it off. Adams Good tackle. Nice help from Chambers, the rookie. Another punt. Punt battle so far. Steve Gill's got himself a decent punt in him this time instead of going directional. And really, I mean, it's another short one. The outside Caldwell. Trying to make a move. Gets us to the 34-yard line. Very weird first quarter so far. Let's go inside handoff, but I kind of want to go left side because we might be able to outrun some players here. And Kenneth just going right into the pile. Does gain 5. Kenneth last week, obviously a pretty good game. 711 yards, 6 touchdowns. Should easily be on par for 1,000 again, unless he gets injured again. But I don't see that happening. I think he's fine. Going with the short out there with Patterson. And that is a wild overthrow by Greer. 3rd and 5 now from the 39. Don't really ever see Patterson win his matchup deep on a streak. And not going to see it here again. And another overthrow with more wide open is going to lead to a punt. Back-to-back wide open players missed by the quarterback. And I'm not really sure why they didn't try to, like, block. I don't know why you didn't try to return it. The kick power in this one seems low for both teams, though. Is it just stadium ability? I mean, it doesn't appear to be one, but sure feels like one. And there goes Ryan Ramczyk, but of course, Jonathan Taylor not really turning it into much. Last week, amazing. Total season, okay, considering he's probably splitting with Kamara, but, you know, I don't know, unless he got injured as well. I mean, those numbers aren't very good. And we're going to be pressing Chambers versus Thomas. This is a battle. Let's see this one. Oh, he gets burned off the line. He should take that. Won't take it. It's a little cleaner to Olave, but a huge hit. He's already fumbled once. That confidence could be shot, but holds on that time. I don't know why I decided to drop back into coverage here when it's 1st and 10. This would be the perfect time for this run-heavy team to run. And the blitz works, though. Brooks misses, but 3 yards lost with Adams in pursuit. Marshall's going to pick this one up. We've typically not pulled the safety down, so this could catch them off guard. And inside again, Porter with a really good tackle, though. Olave is kind of just taking punishments here rather than slipping away from anyone. But 3rd and 5 after a nice little find there. But they have the yards. We have the score. If only Greer hit some, you know, very basic throws. This could be a quick throw to Kamara that'll easily work. We have no one on that side. And we miss by an inch. Brooks all over it. What a throw by Tua. I thought we had a pick. The youngster we talked about maybe should be starting kind of like a faster Michael Thomas. Which is not as good as the route running just yet, but very similar builds. 1st and 10 now. They will run it, and nice turn. Oh, look at Taylor falling down on his own lineman. Gain 7, but it could have been more. So we'll just be happy with what we have, living to see another day. Another down, if you will. Oliver. There goes Kamara this time, and Kamara slipping away. Huge hit by Alexander, but a gain of 6. As we're really not playing sound football right now. Our lanes are incredible, but our finishing has been terrible. Cover the outsides. Northcutt can't get there. Marshall made a really good instinctive play there. He just blew it up. And Nwosu does a really good job there. That's a throwaway. Great coverage across the board, forcing a 3rd and 9. If you're them, though, you'd probably rather see Tua try to, you know, extend the play like he has been, but that time he got a little antsy and just threw it away right away. Let's see Mafe with a speed rush on 3rd and 9. Oh, that's actually cut inside. Mafe forcing the ball out. Set up the left tackle with a speed rush. Cut it inside when we seen he was going to drop back hard. And setting that up for a swat into the field goal. Got the guard pulling. The center can get number 99 there. It looks pretty good to me. And good job, number 73, you idiots. Bro, how the hell does he not block that? I really want to run Metcalf, but they do have the safety over there. Let's run it again. Why not? Yeah, I can't really blame Moore. That's a tough block. He was blocking for a long time there. It was a decent enough block. Trusted him with it, and it worked out. Fant has the... Actually, is it he who has the option? I don't even know. And Greer won't get away. With some options. I think that right side really screwed me. I should have really got that confirmed. I don't know, you know, who had the option. I think it was the running back, but didn't really matter. Neither were really open. But another punt. Let's see if Dixon can actually kick this down there. And he kind of does to the 25. Not a great punt again. Saints defense actually doing a pretty good job. Is that Alexander against Thomas? Get over there, Barnes. It's all right. Got there in time and underneath. Nice setup. Chambers misses. Oh, we missed really hard. Holy crap, speaking of really hard. Huge hit. Fumble. Goes out of bounds backwards, I believe. So that's a really weird play to gain 5. These guys, they're doing so much to get extra yards, and it's working, and then they just don't secure the ball, and they're costing their team. Speaking of cost, wow. Jesus, Taylor. Thank God we were able to finish up on that because that was not looking good. I'm actually going to trust Alexander. I know he's a youngster, but he's got that speed on Thomas. It's crazy to think, but he does. And he's in great coverage. Good teamwork on the tackle. A gain of 3 only. Did really well there. I mean, he wasn't tricked at all. Bring Adams up. Oh, wow. We crashed the wrong way there, guys. Adams got beat, but with the teamwork, they will force it to a 3rd and 1. Kind of in a dime look here. Not really feeling like we're going to stop the run, but we're going to bring Marshall on the blitz, who doesn't blitz the right way, and because of him, nice job by Brooks. We're obviously not that fast right now at this point. Almost gave up a huge one because of it, but still is a 1st down conversion. 1st and 10 from the 40. They're moving. Their offense is actually doing something. Ours hasn't. He's taking the shot. Whoa, with the close down speed, knocks it out. It was a good win by Thomas, but, I mean, you just can't leave it up to that much space for Woolen to catch up, which he obviously will do like 9 times out of 10. And to the outside. Different outside. I thought he was going to take the curl. Going to get a press on Olave. He's been pretty good on these 3rd downs. And we can't get out there in time. And there he is. But we stop him short. No, they're going to give him the 1st. I thought it was close. I mean, it was close, but I didn't think he got it. It was close enough to where I think, like, even if you don't, you go for it anyways. And, wow, there's a nice win. Setting up a hit stick for Marshall, who doesn't take it. Not a bad decision by Chambers to try to swat that or strip that, you know. Didn't really finish the process enough. Could have been a knockout, whatever. Saints have given us a run. Obviously, there's a reason why it's at unstoppable force. Their offense is really good. I'm surprised we've actually held them as much as we have, especially with the way our offense is playing itself. And all the time in the world. Oh, my Lord. Tua slips off of a tackle, but how the hell does he hold on to a hit? And that should have been a fumble, dude. Let's get Marshall near the middle of the field here. And that's a screen. Adams, get out there. He does with the help. They're going to push him forward for the 1st down. The way we've been on 3rd and short, though, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. We'll let the clock run one more time, and then we'll call our timeouts. Got to drop back. There's some openings in the back. I mean, I couldn't do anything else. You got to drop back. They're calling a timeout. I'm not really sure that's the greatest decision. They have all the time in the world. Red. Oh, come on, Red. We need you on this down. Playing contain with Red now. Oh, that wasn't a fumble. Okay, thank God we adjusted. Bring the blitz. Look at that play with us with Marshall, but in the back of the end zone, Adams gets beat. And the Saints will take the lead with a throw to Michael Thomas for the touchdown. Picked that up so nicely with Marshall, and we had no choice. I mean, we were supposed to technically be back there with Marshall, but if we weren't, it was a touchdown. You know, if we were there, it was a touchdown underneath, which would have been so much easier. It is time to get a little more aggressive. The run game really hasn't been the greatest. Although I will say the pass game's what's like struggling for us right now. That's a tough throw and another missed throw. It's saying poor accuracy, but I wonder, I haven't been able to actually see the D-line, but I can kind of feel it. And I actually wonder if it is just pressure throws. Could be a quick throw to Fant. It is not. And that is a... Is Greer feeling okay? Is he trying to get benched? We got lucky on a personal foul call, which I don't even know if it actually was. Can't see it either, so I'm just going to have to accept it. What is Greer doing? Like, why is he missing so many throws? You have all the time in the world, but nobody's getting open. The Greer fumbles. The right tackle saves us, and I guess we'll call a timeout because it's 1st down. Coverage is insane right now, dude. Everything is going wrong for us. Screen pass. No, and nobody gets out there. I mean, 3rd and 16. Why would I do anything? I guess maybe we try to look for a shot play if we have some time. I guess we do have this Hail Mary kind of set up. Oh, but he can hit that throw. Dropped. Yikes, 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 yikes. We had 49 seconds and 3 timeouts, and outside of a penalty on roughing, we gained nothing. I mean, we gained nothing. Their defense has been insane. We have 22 pass yards in the first half, and Greer looks like trash. Like I said, thankfully our defense is keeping us in this one because our offense does not look good. It does not look good at all. Caldwell with a chant. Fullback? Hello? What is he doing? He's like, do you want to run? And I think it's time to get aggressive. Screw that. We're going to get aggressive here. There goes Kenneth. Really not getting much. The coverage has been great. Let's get some blocks. And not so much. Elton Jenkins, no blocking. It's going to be a loss. Bro, I don't know what they're doing to us in this game, but it is working. Marshall to the wheel. And there's more. Throw is slightly over, but I gotta see a dive there. Greer has been a little off today. I'll admit it. But I need to see better effort. That was there. It was there enough. The punt. I mean, even the punt seems off. The whole team just seems off. I don't know what's going on here. It's like we're on Super All Madden or something today. Like, I don't know what's going on. 1st and 10 for the 37. A little in motion. And, I mean, I just sold out on that play. And there goes Kamara. Good teamwork, but he's to the 40. Once again, even if they score a touchdown on this drive, it's far from over. But we have got to do better. We need this blitz to work. We need to set them up on a tough first down look. Outside is absolutely naked. It is Thomas, in fairness. And now Red is injured. Can it get any worse? You know, I'm kind of shifting a little bit here, going from it's far from over to we may lose. But the season's not over if you lose this game, right? So, oh my lord, guys. Huge hit by Adams to the 11. Once again, hard to score from at least. But let's try to stay healthy if we don't mind. Wilkins will come in, who once again is a poor man's Red, so we have that depth with him. Let's see if he wants to get open, get through, because he's fighting. Marshall, Thomas with a nice move. They're up 2 possessions. All right, Caldwell, if there was ever a time for you to really just show up, it would be now. And I will say the lanes just haven't been there. It's still early. Let's see if we can get that edge blocked off, because we do have the personnel on this side. And they're just not going to block him. Kenneth is going to have to fight that. And now Patterson is injured. Patterson gets injured doing what exactly? Because it sure as hell wasn't blocking. 2nd 11, this momentum is crazy. And under pressure, that's going to be... it should have been picked. Under pressure, couldn't get a clean ball off. The Saints defense goes crazy. Come on. Fant. There we go. Huge first down. Huge. First down. Strained tricep. I don't know what the hell that means for him long term, but that is not words I like to hear. Could be a throw to the running back. Go out to him. Come on! Who's winning? Nobody's winning it. It's just like we're both going to go down. Play action. They look like they're going to be blitzing here. And that's a tough throw considering he had to drop back so far, but Metcalf catches it, slips away. Poona Ford's injured for them now. Haven't heard that name drop in a while. Ooh, guys, please. With Walker's speed, if they just give him the edge. Oh, thank you, Fant. Fant just went off on that play. He blocked 2 players, and they were both huge key blocks. The fullback needs to get off the team, dude. Riggs is trash. Caldwell race over to Lattimore, and we have ourselves some yardage on this sweep. Nice. Moore showing off the speed, gains 9. All right, Kenneth Walker on the handoff inside. Nothing's guaranteed, so trying to get as much guaranteed as I can. And Kenneth will get us to the 15. Halfback stretch, but we're going to audible this with more speed. He might be able to get across the field here and score. Let's get a nice block if we can. And he's open too, and that's risky because of the freaking floater. Come on, blockers. Moore was open. It worked. Just can't get the blocks. We had the extra blocker, and it meant nothing. Let's get more slanting. Fant could be my shot. Fant back of the end zone. Yes! Touchdown. There we go. On the board with a legit touchdown. First point since the first quarter. And we have ourselves a ball game. Man, this game has been hell, specifically going against that defense of theirs. First and 10. They will actually run it. We do a really good job with Marshall, but nobody's really winning their sheds, and they get 8. I got to say, I want to see less Kamara, because when he's out there with Taylor, it just seems impossible to stop him, like we said pre-game. And we knew that was going to happen. The cutback was there. Gains a yard or two, but it's 3rd and 1. All right, Woolen. It's a tough one-on-one. Going to step up on the tight end. And Woolen, nice swat! He got beat, but he got a hand on it. And 34, I mean, like, I get it. Fake punts happen, but I got to feel like if you're going to go for it from here, you should probably just go for it. So if you're going to have the punt unit out there, I feel like you're actually punting. Yeah, we just didn't get too creative. We wanted yards. Should have maybe got creative, tried to create something on the outside there. Going real heavy on this one with Tanner in now. And, wow, he's got some room. Tanner trucking right through McKinney, gaining 20. Holy, nice little burst up the middle. We like it. This time to the outside for Tanner. And nice cutback. There goes Tanner for 10. Look at him creating something here. And this play action, it's actually not even play action, but it's set up to Metcalf maybe. Maybe he had it. I don't know. Let's throw it away. That pressure was mounting. 20 throws, and we aren't even at 100 yards. 20 throws, not even at 100. We got a lot of speed on the field now. Caldwell win his. And there's Fant. Overthrown, and it looks to be a hold on top of it. All the cards in their hands. Come on, Greer. You know, I have a habit of saying maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I don't think there's any blessings in that play. That play was just so bad all across the board. There's just no winning on that. And there goes a nice throw. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the one time I don't say it actually is a blessing. 3rd and 2. Would love to run it here, but I feel like they know it's coming. They don't have anyone lined up right, though. We're just going to use that speed from Kenneth, who gains nearly a first, and then, well, nearly 10. All right, we set this up near the end zone. Didn't work because the block wasn't there, but I know they have that safety over there. Oh, he moved up. Moore looks good. And he's open. And we're going to go out of bounds, not force any, hits, anything like that. First down to the 19. Weak side run for Mr. Kenneth Walker. And some pretty good blocks. Gains about 5. Or 3. Numbers, same thing. And I like this cross play. Moore is so good on these. Yeah, I don't like that. Greer's going to take off and finally get the room he wanted. Fumbles! Holy crap, Greer. Bro, how is he fumbling like that? The ball was on his left hand, wasn't it? It was on the left side. It was on the left. How are you fumbling in this situation, dude? I mean, what are you doing? Greer has been so bad. Pitch to the right. Want to beat. Use the speed. Stiff arm. Short to the 1. What a try. 4th quarter, down 3 at the 1. Numbers have shifted a little bit, but it's still definitely been all Saints so far. From the 1, Greer, can he get the sneak? He can. They didn't expect it. We don't sneak often. That's how you know it's desperation mode. But we're leading. We've been saying it all game long so far, but shout out this defense. This defense has been pretty good. We miss. We've been bendy, but we haven't been broken. A lot of good stops so far in this one. Now we know what they want to run with Kamara on the drag. And yeah, that really didn't work. I mean, they gained 4, but could have killed them. A lot to ask for from these players, but we're blitzing. Oh, the Thunder's happening. Perfect time, and look at the hit. Kamara goes nowhere, and hopefully I go nowhere, because that is a loud, thunderous pound. Oh! Holy block. That was almost a penalty. Caldwell utilizing that speed. Can't really go anywhere with it. Got Kenneth on a route with Tanner out here. Going to go with the play action. And there he is. And he misses him. Bro, Greer is on something today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Greer's lost his damn mind. Hit him with a trickery a little bit, and of course he misses. Inside, I mean, I don't even feel comfortable throwing those, with the way he's overthrown it. Overthrowing in that situation would be a clear-cut interception in the linebacker, right? I mean, And there's just nobody open. Last second, maybe Metcalf got open after, but pre-read, or post-snap read, he got covered. So they did really well there. Again, for like the billionth time. And on the punt, good job by Lambert to get out there. But 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Great, another injury. Porter this time, I believe, making Milner the backup safety now. Plenty of time for them here. As Northcutt, I thought it was a play action. Northcutt just handled it. Broken thumb for Porter. Interesting. That definitely makes things interesting now. Bring Adams up. And Wosu. It's kind of our fault. We just spun into nothing. Barnes out there, but Kamara still will gain more than half of it. All right, Milner in man coverage going against number 8, who's had a couple of nice plays on us. And Wolin knocks it out last second again, forcing a 4th down. 6 minutes left. Their defense has obviously done enough to show that they don't really need to go for this, which I don't blame them. I think if this happens again, which obviously would be a win for them, then you obviously have to go for it. The clock is gone. Nice block. Caldwell trying to do a lot here, and will get some yardage. It's a lot of effort, but it worked. As long as you're not fumbling, I don't really care too much about what you're doing to get those yardage. Can we ID the mic here? Okay, that's a double team. Never mind. And good little play, slipping forward for 5. We ran this play earlier with Kenneth running a route, but this time we're actually going to hand it off to Tanner, who is going to gain about 3. Now, who gets the ball? Who knows? I mean, we know, but who knows for their team? Wow, 73. This offensive line is just so stupid. They're so dumb. I mean, we have 3 linemen here. I guess it wasn't even 73. It was 63. Because 73, somebody has to pull off and get the linebacker. 63 just got smoked. Elton's lost. I mean, we're double teaming the inside here. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, right now, both teams, they just don't look like they want to win. Neither team does, at least on offense. Because, that's not a good defensive play. I mean, don't get me wrong, the DT did a good job, but that's not like someone made a crazy good defensive play. It was just boneheaded offensive line play. Again, so many opportunities, and it's just, we blow them on the stupidest little things. Can't get out there, fell down, and speaking of falling down, no way Thomas caught that, dude. One out of the zone, in coverage against Thomas in man. And, we missed hard. Get up there, Woolen. First down, Taylor, 4 minutes to the 48. All right, change up the defense a little bit. Woolen will be traveling as much as possible with Thomas, and our tackling is now on conservative. And inside, a lot of poundage, but still gains 5. We got to come up, man. We got to get up there. Brooks, free rush. Taylor doesn't see it. He kind of sat because, we really haven't blitzed much today, and the worst time for him to get a little comfortable. Little too comfortable in that play. Oh, my. Can we fix our lineup here? That should be good enough. Milner underneath, doing a pretty good job. Tua feeling uncomfortable, throws it. 4th and 9, and from the 48, I mean, I get it, but they're going to punt it. Sim the punt, because usually the AI is just so bad on punting. Still kicked it to the 20 anyways. Play action. And I was planning on throwing to Kenneth every day of the week. They've been so late. Nice fight. Gains 9. Take us to the 2-minute warning, but they've been so late on that play action quick read to the running back. They've just been so late on it. And here we go with Tanner in the backfield, but it's actually a fullback dive. The stiff arm from Riggs gains 2. First down. 1 more should do it. Get the fullback lead with Kenneth. And we actually got a nice block from the fullback for once. Gain about 6. Now if you get a first down, it's physically over with that timeout usage. Not that, they had much of a choice, but still going left. Trying to keep them unbalanced. Oh, look at Kenneth. Fighting back inside that edge. They handled it. We only gained 2. Now in the hands of Mr. Greer. I think he put Metcalf on a go route. And he's covered. Greer trying to do so much there. I know 4th and 2, but their run defense looked great. Obviously, you want to get that clock running, but either way, I figured they'd have a minute to work with anyways. You get the first down, you win the game. But we've actually given the Saints a chance here. And into the outside underneath. Chambers, of course. Oh, he stayed in. Nice hit. But of course, like, leaving him a chance. Oh, crap. We're on Ed Oliver. Oh, we're actually in really good coverage with Oliver. No! We almost forced them out. Whoever was in man coverage against him got burned. We were closer with Ed Oliver than the defender was. Tua has lived on the run, and he has not died by it yet. 5 wide receivers. North cuts in. O'Neal's in. What are we playing? Run defense? The hell are we doing? Just tired? And he runs right this time. This time, I will say, bad decision. And they will call a time. I'm going to call a timeout anyways. They will have enough time. They'd probably hike that at best for us at like the 41-second mark. Rather call a timeout right as they're going to hike it and get the right personnel out here. And underneath, missed the tackle. And, of course, we let him out of bounds. Oh, my God, these guys. Bringing a blitz. A lot to ask for from Alexander to drop back here. But this blitz worked out earlier for us. And we're in some pretty good coverage. Contain. And he's going to take the sack. Mafe to the 42. And they're going to hike it before we're actually ready. Oh, my God. No. And we get the sack. Milner. I was trying to do what I did the previous play where I, wasted a bunch of clock, let him waste the clock, then call the timeout. And they actually hiked it before I was ready. I don't know how they didn't see this. We came with the blitz again. Milner just saved the day. He saved the day. Kamara just falling asleep. I think he was looking at the delay from Jamal and just never seen Milner because he's so tiny. But that corner shot to Thomas was open. We were trying to get back there with Alexander. Do we? I don't know, because Tua's arm, his style is still kind of slow. Surprised he didn't fumble, to be honest. But pretty good coverage all around outside of Thomas, who is literally naked. Milner gets there just in time, and we hold on to a dicey one. That was a close game. Once again, got to give it up to the defense. They were the heroes of today's game. Greer was so awful, dude. He was so bad. I will say the receivers were struggling to separate a little bit in this one as well. Kind of just expect that from the Saints defense as of late, but man, Greer did not make it easy on anyone. I mean, these throws were so bad. They were just horrendous. 136 yards. It's like rookie year Greer, and even then he was never that bad. 53% completion percentage with Tua having just under 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, rushing. Obviously, Greer had that rushing touchdown, but overall, man, not a great game from the offense. Definitely not a great game from the offense. Kenneth Walker was 5 for 9, dude. Oh, my. That was awful. They locked us up, but thankfully our defense did the same. Good pass rush from Mafe in this one, and Red's obviously injured. I don't think we have any crazy injuries. We did have like 3 of them, but I don't think any of them were like major injuries, hopefully. But let's do we do have one new injury. Crap, that's got to be Patterson. Porter, 4 weeks with a broken thumb. Milner, if there was ever a chance for Milner to show up and steal the job, it's now. It's his to lose. Of course, looking at creating pressure was a big part of this week. Yeah, I mean, we did say that. What is the XP gainage? All defensive linemen will have 5 power and finesse move plus for the next 2 games and a 5 morale boost to all the defenders. Fair enough. Was that defenders or all players? I don't know. But either way, that's going to be it. A close 11-2 versus 5-7 post-game matchup of Seattle versus New Orleans. Very good game there. Only won by 4. Definitely a lesser product on offense than we're used to. But overall, we did a pretty good job. We hit almost all of our goals. Obviously, they're not the yardage, but man, we got to play better. Obviously, we have a bye week. Then the Ravens, who are obviously a pretty good offense themselves. And then the only one loss at this point in time, Atlanta Falcons, who are the current number 1 seeds in the NFC. Winning that game completely switched the spots. And it is easily the biggest game of the year, assuming they don't, lose a bunch of games from now until then. But that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and then second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content, which is, like I said, a few times now, maybe a few, has been Hogwarts Legacy, which I've had a ton of fun on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!